Hey guys, welcome back to Bayonetta. Last episode we completed chapter 10, and we found and saw that Cerecita, with some sort of magic, managed to turn her glasses into a sort of scope to see the angels, so that Luca can actually see the angels while they were in Purgatorio, as well as Bayonetta. And he finally started to recall all those bizarre attacks 20 years ago when his father died, and is starting to kind of have a epiphany of what must have really happened back then. At the same time, we got attacked by a tentacle monster over here, Justitia, the cardinal virtue of justice. Now, just looking at his appearance, out of all the beings that we've seen so far, he has to be by far the most hideous, which mostly has to do to the fact that out of all the four virtues, justice is the most gray area that you can really get. Like, just think about it. Justice isn't always based on morals, but mostly by the winners, because winners always decide what's history, like what's right and what's wrong. And people have warped opinion on what's really justice. So that's kind of what Justitia represents. He represents, people's innate sense of awkwardness, because sometimes you might think, oh, if it benefits me, that's justice. However, oh, by the way, once you damage him, try to get through his tongue, and try to dodge all these tentacles. But yeah, justice isn't really. It's pretty much based on an individual's perspective, and even if you think about it, even most governments have a very odd sense of justice, that as long as it benefits them, that's what's correct, which isn't always the case. So that's why Justitia looks mostly like a demon out of all the angels that we've seen thus far. Now, what Bayonetta will be doing here is dismembering him, just like all the other virtues. She dismembers them to make them weaker. We'll be starting with the tongues, because that is apparently where his heads are, or at least the heads that he's using. Now, every time you fall, I believe you might take some damage, but you will return back to a platform, so you shouldn't really worry about that too much. Just try not to fall too often, or else it might make the battle a little bit tedious. Like right here, I could have fallen and gone back, but it's better to just dodge and try to go to another platform the moment that you see him trying to break the platforms, and try to just keep the attack going. He will spew these very weird piranha-looking plants, so just try to be careful. This is not actually his head, but he's using it as a medium to get to us. His head is, I believe, somewhere in that giant skull of his. The thing that looks like a giant ball, beach ball. So, but first we need to get him to get confused. So you have to constantly attack him. You can use Climax in order to attack this thing, so it doesn't hurt you, but it also hurts him. There we go. Now that he's confused, get across as quickly as possible. I would suggest using Panther, and since I have Eagle and Block, I should have a very easy time here. Just jump and just keep it up. You can walk if you want, but I believe you have like a time period, and this might take a while, just walking it, so. But it's up to you, to be honest. Okay, so we're basically dismembering the tongues. The parts where where the little heads are connected to. I believe he has 4 of them, so we might have to do this 4 times before we can even start damaging his real body. Alright. Now he's getting more frenzied because of the fact that we're damaging him so much. Ah, boy, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. No! Evade him, because if he eats you, that's an automatic death. We're a little bit more forgiving about that. You have a little bit more time than other moments where you have to evade, but still, if you blink in the wrong moment, it could be your death. This might actually be the last one. There might only be 3 tongues. Yeah, but his appearance actually, I kind of like how they portrayed him, because justice really isn't one of those things that you always see in black and white. Let's be honest, if somebody screws up with us, we feel that it's justice to do the exact same thing back at them, even though we admit that what they did is actually pretty much unjust. But I mean, that's how things go. Now we want to get his tongue to get here. Oh, you just fall. It's faster than having to go across the entire map. I believe it's like an automatic get near him, so. But he will break it, so. What was I thinking? This is gonna take forever. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Get it, get him! Okay, will he get near here? Yes, yes he will. He'll keep breaking it, but you have to keep attacking him. Like, I would suggest charging up an attack. Come on, Justitia! Oh, that coward! Actually, can I counter? I might be able to counter the boulders. That might be what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's see. There we go. Counter them. Don't try to run for them. It's not always clear what you're supposed to be doing, so... Oh, come on! Come on, no! I wasn't expecting it to come back twice. He's not a very difficult boss, it's just you have to do certain segments. Alright, let's wait for him. Come on, buddy! Rock Smash! Let's go, let's go, let's go! I can do this all day. Let's go. There we go. Let's go, let's go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Ah, it's so difficult. There we go. You would think he would like stop biting his tongue if he doesn't really want us to like keep attacking it so many times. Oh! Can you imagine just getting your tongue cut off like that? Ugh, that is disgusting. Look at all that bile. Alright. What's happening? What's going on? Climax! There we go. Oh, so there's not much to him. I believe who we're gonna summon is a new demon. I don't know which one. Oh, it's Scolipede. Well, it's not, his name is not Scolipede. That's a Pokemon. This is but the Centipede giant demon. Ooh. Look where it's look how it's grabbing his tongue like that. Oh, we're gonna crush him to death. There we go. Oh, I wonder if angels actually eat. Oh, she really ruined him. How? He looks like a golem now. Huh, he has a baby's voice. Yes, it is. And don't you forget it. So apparently there's a Lumen Sage, so that's a benefactor. I mean, I already said about it a long time ago, but... 2 eyes, 1 light and 1 dark. Yes, one clan had the light, obviously Lumen Sages, and the other one had dark. And they watch over the world. They were basically the ones that cause, wars and cataclysms, to keep the balance, basically. But the goals of these angels is to start a new creation, and to release their real god. Jubilee is the creator. Hope you have fun in hell. Or Inferno, to be honest. So yeah, they're trying to apparently bring the creator back. Jubileus. One of them is a doll. I wonder who she's referencing. It's either Luca or Cereza. But that's basically it for chapter 11, the Cardinal Virtue of Justice. Not too difficult. I only got a silver, unfortunately, because I took too long. Actually, no, I did pretty well in time. I just didn't do enough combos. Since I was running... Oh, I did much better than my old record. At least in combos. Alright, so I guess we'll be doing chapter 12 real quickly. So that basically leaves only one Cardinal Virtue and whoever the benefactor is. This Lumen Sage. Which is kind of weird considering that they were all eliminated. Okay. Come on. Double headshot. Well, I didn't get my blue witch heart. I was still gonna get it anyway, but still. I was hoping. Oh yeah, we're not gonna get it. I'm saying that and I'm still going to get it. Wow. Alrighty. Chapter 12. I believe there's only like 15 or 16 chapters, maybe 17. So the game isn't too long. Apparently we're not moving. Chapter 12, The Broken Sky. Wait, I'm not saving. Go back. Whew, alrighty. Wonder who else we're gonna fight now. Broken Sky, are we gonna fly or something?
Excuse me, sir.
I mean, we're in an airport.
Huh?
Aw.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Cereza, how did you get such magical glasses?
So she's about to explain that the glasses themselves are not magical. They're just her, her regular prescription glasses. But
Monsters.
it's her ability. She apparently already has some control over her power. If you saw in the cutscene 2 episodes ago, that she touched the glasses in order for it to have magical properties, so Luca can see. So she already knows that her mom's a witch, an Umbran witch. Aww.
Witches do what?
Now, she says that that's actually kind of true, as Justitia did say they kept the balance in the world. Now they weren't superheroes or anything like that. They're still people, but they did have their own sense of justice and they did try to keep the peace. Unfortunately, it was the Lumen Sages that decided to cause a war. That the Umbran Witches eventually won, but that the people, I mean, such a cataclysmic war. Basically, the people realized that with the weakened witches now unable to hide themselves, the people just started to hunt them down because, I mean, witchcraft was a no-no, while religion itself was not really seen that much. Was seen as the more pure form, but it was exactly the exact same thing for both sides. It's just that one side practiced the light while the other practiced the dark, and people obviously. I mean, a lot of people have fears about darkness. So Luca's now explaining that the reason he's doing all this because he wants to find the secrets that his father uncovered, and apparently his father was also a journalist.
They could have made a movie of the details.
So
Followers of darkness, the Umbra Witches,
so now he's explaining
their light world counterparts, the Lumen
a little bit to Bayonetta about Umbra Witches and Lumen Sages. Now Bayonetta does recollect a little bit that she's an Umbra Witch, but she doesn't really remember the Lumen Sages. She kind of remembers the angels and maybe even the pack if the demons made her remember. But now she's trying to piece her memory little by little about what must have happened 500 years. So she's been sleeping for around 480 years because she got released 20 years ago. So this happened around the 16th century, maybe 15th century.
They both possessed an eye.
Okay, so he's saying that both clans did possess one of the eyes of creation. And apparently, now what we're seeing right here is that this war occurred because a Lumen Sage and an Umbra Witch had a child. And they were both, the Lumen Sage was exiled from his clan, but the woman was thrown in jail. But there was a child, and she became an Umbra Witch. And this witch is actually Bayonetta.
And Dark had been lost. Both
And
planned
it's always been pretty clear that Lumen Sages and Number Witches should never have a child.
control
But now that the balance was shifted, this was a perfect opportunity for the angels to
desire.
basically do what they really wanted, was to
To their mutual destruction.
get back both eyes of the world to bring back Jubileus.
My father was mocked for buying such a fairy tale.
So this was considered myth. I mean, this did take place around the 15th or 16th century.
Now that I've found you.
But as a journalist, he was
Memory of the clan lingers on.
he was pretty
Despite the passing of 500 years.
determined to find the secrets.
On Earth was my
So this is when he released Bayonetta.
I have to die for it.
But and Luca was nearby. But Luca, as you can recall, Luca could not see anything. He could not see anything in Purgatorio or Paradiso. So what he saw was Bayonetta being released, and his father being basically killed. Like he was being held by by his four limbs, and basically ripped apart.
Black market. If he isn't selling out in the open,
So this gemstone is probably the eye of the world
and that's
that the benefactor purposely
that jet.
sold on the black market at a ridiculous price to try to get these to try to get somebody to find him. So now Bayonetta's considering like what was going on, like what are these eyes of the world? Like originally she thought it was the gem that she has on her clothing, like there's like a little crest, that little jewel. She thought that was what it was,
I am.
but
How did you do?
now she's reconsidering what this eye really could be. And now she's having a conversation with the little girl.
Something really important to you.
Oh. She's kind of like turning her own doubts to this little girl.
I love it.
Now, look at this little toy that she has, and look at what Bayonetta has in her chest. They look very similar. Now she has this recollection of her own mother.
Where did you get
That figure in the black cloak is actually her mother.
For my birthday.
And yet, these two girls have the exact same story?
When you love
Now, at this point, Bayonetta actually knows who Cereza is.
understand little
Cereza is actually Bayonetta from the past, almost 500, not 500 years ago, almost maybe 500 and, based on her age, maybe 515 years ago, when she was a child. Her mother was incarcerated, but she was still allowed, Cereza was still allowed to visit her mother. And her mother was such a powerful witch. She was she was probably the strongest, almost as strong, if not stronger than Bayonetta. And she gave her that jewel. And Bayonetta is trying to, and now Bayonetta has seen her innocence back then. So even though she figured out that Cereza is actually her, she still treats her like a child because that was her. And she's trying to make her strong because she realizes what Cereza is going to go through. And that's kind of hard to swallow, but to see her past self. So apparently now Cereza is in the cargo hold. Luca is still trapped in the airport, and Bayonetta is on top of the ship, trying to see what was going on. Like somebody clearly hijacked the little girl. Alrighty. And now we can finally go to the story segment. Military transport Valkyrie, the interior. So let's try to find the girls. Now, over here, as you can see, there are a lot of apparently Umbra coffins for whatever odd reason stashed in this cargo hold. So if you want to get particular weapons, try to look over there. I want you to try to dodge all these enemies. You will be constantly attacked by, well, these are white demons, so it's clearly John that's attacking us. And you can actually fall, and you will take a lot of damage. So try to dodge as much as possible. I'm going to avoid the demons as much as possible. At least the angels I don't have to fight. I shouldn't need to fight these guys. but try not to get carried away so you don't fall off the ship. Okay. There we go. Whew, this guy's tough. This Bayonetta's a very deep story that if you pay attention, you get a lot of the fact. Even if you don't understand it, it will explain it to you later on. But it's a very deep story of this, of Bayonetta, both as a child and as an adult, like who she was. But with that being said, I think this is pretty much a good point to end the episode. So if you like the episode, please like and subscribe. It really helps, especially since I'm just starting out. It really helps to get these videos out there, get people to notice them, and you know, if they enjoyed it, maybe I can get more people to support me. So I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye.